I stay on this paper. Roll the blunts, don't do no paper. Off the top, don't need no paper. On my line, they be asking for favors. I never been worried about a motherfucking hater.
So hey everybody, I'm Pretty Right, and this is the first episode of Swallow My Thoughts. And today I'm kicking with RJ 2Flee and Chubbzz. So we're gonna have them kick it with us today. So, what's up y'all?
Nothing much.
How y'all feeling?
Doing good, man. Good. Less than highly favored.
Less than highly favored. Okay, I like the answer. How are you, Chubbzz?
Man, I'm good. We just finished Splash Bros. Completely.
Hey, we're gonna talk a little more about Splash Bros. Like, how about y'all tell me, like, where y'all from? Like, let me get to know y'all. Well,
I'm from Chicago. I grew up in Chicago. But I moved out to the suburbs when I was 16, so that's really how I grew up. That's where I grew up at. Me? I've been everywhere, honestly. But right now, I live in Homewood, went to HF, repping HF. But that's it. That's
okay.
where I'm from.
And where'd you go to high school?
I went to Richards.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, I went to Brooks, so shout out to my Brooks alumni.
Shout out to dogs.
Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you tell yourself?
I guess I'll answer this. Me personally, since I'm in school, I just gotta tell myself, the first thing I tell myself is, you gotta go to class. It's hard in the morning, and then, you know, I just gotta strive to be better every single day. If the last day wasn't good, I just gotta be, the next day, gotta be better. Yeah, similar to that, I just wake up, staying on the course, staying focused on my goals and my plans that I got. Really staying, working hard, stuff like that. Music always on my mind. School gotta stay on my mind.
Okay, and tell us what school you go to.
I go to John Lewin right now. And I go to Carbondale, SIUC, my Salukis, my dogs.
I'm also Salukis.
Shout out to dogs.
Right, shout out to SIUC. Okay, so what was the last song you listened to?
It's not loud. That's not my music?
Yeah. This is bad.
No, I got you, because I think it was an old Drake song. Gotta be. It was Star 67.
Cool. That's my song. I love that song.
That's the song I love with Drake.
What's the last song you listened to?
Thug and Gucci again. That's my anthem.
Hey, people don't even be listening to Gucci. They be sleeping.
They sleep, man. Free guru. Free guru. For real.
Okay, so how y'all feel about hip hop this year and what happened? Like, how did y'all feel hip hop this year? Were you pleased with it? Did you want to see more from certain artists?
You can go for it. I feel like it's a couple people making some noise. I mean, it's definitely a talent. I don't think it's not talent in the game right now. It's a couple people out there in their lanes doing their thing, the best at what they're doing. I really like what Drake and Future did with the collab project. It's kind of what inspired us to do this project, you know, because we lived together, so we listened to it, we like, yeah, we could do something like that. And you know, that's what really inspired the thought. So I really like that the most in the year. Over this last year, I mean, Drake been the best, so Drake been the best, and that's gonna stay like that until hopefully somebody else takes the crown. Somebody needs wrong. But Future and Thugger, they went crazy this year. They both went crazy. They both went crazy. Nothing but quality music. And
yeah, Future, what he was 4 for 4 now, 5 for 5.
5 for 5.
Future,
he went crazy.
He was on one this year.
He went crazy.
Yes, we got 5 out of it. Let's call it up really y'all. Make some money. Okay, with that being said, give me your top 3 albums or mixtape, but your top 3 projects for this year. You only really pick 3, so think hard that.
I know what's not this year live, definitely up there. This year? Yeah. Slime season 1. Let me come back to the third one. I gotta think about this one. For me, the best album that dropped this year was Dark Sky Paradise, Sean.
That was on my list.
Cause bro went crazy. And then for tapes, Slime Season. That boy Thugger, that boy, he went crazy. I'm
I'm not a big Future fan, so like I'm not gonna put Future music in the top 3, but I understand that bro go crazy. So anything that he dropped, any of that, because he went crazy on all 5 of them, so anything would be that 3rd one.
I'm just gonna put Squad Bros up there for the 3rd one.
Okay, y'all want to hear my 3?
Come on.
Okay, so my 3, my first one, my number 1 is Surf by Social Experiment and Chance the Rapper. That was such an amazing album. Like, they made real music. That shit was crazy. Chance went crazy, Donnie Experiment went crazy, the whole Social Experiment. Ooh, Donnie Trumpet. Social Experiment, sorry.
Yeah, I like that sound. They wave.
Yeah. Whole new wave.
Yeah.
Whole new wave.
And my second one would be Dark Sky Paradise. I love Big Sean. He went so crazy on that whole album. It flowed amazingly.
Crazy.
And my 3rd one, that's kind of hard. I really been feeling this Erykah Badu, this new Erykah Badu.
I ain't even got a chance to
I'm sorry, but she been putting me in my clothes.
Really? She
I'm gonna have to bump her up there. And I ain't tweak on Future or nothing, but I mean, that's a given that he did.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
Okay.
Let's see what your 3.
Okay, I'm glad y'all like my 3. Okay, so, best new artist.
We included?
No.
Alright.
Besides yourself.
Alright. Who's considered that?
Yeah, like, what's considered new?
Somebody that I heard of this year.
I mean, it could be someone new to you, new to hip hop in general.
I didn't get on Young Thug until this year.
I mean, to me, to be honest.
So if I'm gonna say, because I ain't listened to him last year. So anybody, this Young Thug, I listen to him most out of it. Yeah, all these new artists.
I said Bryson Tiller because he don't win right now, and I love him. And he's got a great fan base. If you listen to more of his music, I like him. But definitely Young Thug been killing. I didn't even lie. At first I was like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to him. But I started hearing his music.
It's the repetition. It's the repetition.
His beats, he going crazy. So I definitely could see Young Thug. Okay, so both y'all from Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so of course you know about the violence in Chicago. So what effect do you think music has on the violence? And what do you think music can do to change that?
Far as what effect do I think the music will have on violence? I mean, it definitely could influence it, but I don't think it influences it to the point where people try to, say like it's, I guess, increasing deaths or whatever. Because I don't think it's that serious, you know what I'm saying? Most of the people, they just listen to it because they know. Because there's people in Chicago who don't, you know what I'm saying, be on that street stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some people just listen to it because they like the fantasy and the picture or whatever, but I don't think it's necessarily killing more people. Because all the music ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? There's some artists out there who not talking about killing people. So I don't think it's that heavy, like people be trying to paint it.
Me personally, I just don't rock with how people be saying stop the violence, all that. They be on like the radio and stuff saying stop the violence, but they next song they be talking about how do you kill a nigga if some so and so do something, blah blah blah. So I just think I think the music has an effect over it, but it's not that big of an effect. But unless somebody, everybody decide to come together and stop the violence. Instead of because that's just fake. You can't trick somebody saying stop the violence and then you not stopping the violence. Mm-hmm. So that's just that's my opinion.
Okay, so we can all agree that the violence, music is very influential when it comes to the violence and action. So do you think there will be a point where music can potentially stop that? Like how you said to bring it together, do you think music will be that factor to bring people together and essentially stop the violence?
I think it could help, but I don't think it's going to be the only thing that stops the violence. I mean, yeah, it could be one of those things to help, support stopping the violence or whatever. But nah, I don't think it's going to be a couple rappers saying stop the violence. It's going to start with these kids.
It's going to have to be everybody.
It's going to have to be more than one.
So do you think maybe if it was some of the artists that was out here with these songs, or do you think that would be contradicted? If Chief Keef...
They contradicted themselves. They couldn't do it. Personally, it had to be a whole new wave of artists saying they want to stop the violence and the people got to mess with it. But Chief Keef, Dirk, Herb, and all of them, they can't sell it. Yeah, they can't sell that because that's not what they're about. But
it hurt them
market. It hurt their market because some of the people
who were really believe they better. And I'm not saying they're not, but you know what I'm saying? You don't want to confuse your fan base.
Okay. I see. I feel y'all like that answer. Okay, so I know y'all familiar with XXL freshman list. So give me 5 people you want to see on the next list, not including yourselves.
Not including ourselves.
Yeah. So give me just your top 5 straight artists that you want to see on XXL. Because I know I got about 5, but I'm gonna let y'all go first.
Bryson Tiller.
Okay. He's on my 5.
Her, because they disrespected her. Clearly disrespecting her. Dreezy? Has Dreezy been on there?
No, but she needs to be.
They disrespected her. My dog BSTB and my homeboy 2Times. That's because if we can't include ourselves, if gang on there, then we all on there.
I think I'm co-signing the whole.
You co-signing?
I think I'm co-signing the whole. Cause I definitely think her needs to be on the. And Bryson needs to be on this thing.
They going crazy. They deserve it. Her deserved it. The last 2 years.
Yeah.
Her should have been on that.
They tweeting.
Well, I hope XXL is watching and they take our consideration. They take our suggestions into consideration.
White nigga.
Okay, so if you could marry any celebrity right now, who'd you marry?
Me personally, I got the biggest crush on Parker McKenna Posey, straight from My Wife and Kids. If you watching this, I'm coming for you.
Nah, she good.
For real, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Damn, they're flawless.
But I thought about this. Oh man, what's that? It was a show I was just watching. I was recently watching.
It was like Love and Hip Hop or something. Oh, good. I watched that show.
You don't watch that.
Look, I'm gonna just go with, I don't even know her name, but I know what show she was on.
What's up?
The 100.
I mean,
It's Clark from the 100. Like, I got a crush on her. Like, I'm bad boy her right now.
little white shorty. She very, yeah, she's solid too. She's solid too.
I'm bad boy her right now. Definitely bad.
But yeah, that's it. I can't see myself.
Let me see.
Not married as a celebrity.
You talking about Marion?
Yeah.
I mean, just as a fantasy married, not literally like, you know.
No, that's why I can't pose. That's it.
Well, like Kiki, I love Kiki Palmer.
She's beautiful.
She is bad. She is bad.
Y'all hear her music?
She
dropping the album.
make music? No,
Yeah, she's dropping the album with the songs.
I didn't even know. I thought she was just acting, but damn done.
Yep, go ahead and check her out. Go ahead and check that out. So, describe yourself all the way from your fashion sense to how you rap to what influencing you. Describe that. Like, where do you get your inspiration from?
Me personally, I would like to consider myself as a young fly individual. But where I get my inspiration from, it's the school that I went to. I'm at the HF. Everybody gotta have the newest pair of shoes. Everybody gotta have the newest design and everything. So if you don't want to keep up, you're gonna fall behind. So that's me keeping up. And then when I got to college, I just went to my own lane. I'm not trying to dress like everybody else. So that's why, I'm just on my own thing. Different style of everything.
Yeah, because I like the outfit you had on your most recent video.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that real quick.
I don't need you joint. My homie WillMass shot that. Shout out WillMass. Yeah, that was my first video. I had to come prepared because my name 2Flee. So how would I look if
What you have on? Tell people what you have on.
A vintage bomber jacket, the big white tee, because still the same old nigga. Cut my jeans, cut up some retro jeans, and I had my hologram wings on. That was one of the fits. I had a couple fits in that video, but yeah, that was majority of what I did.
Okay.
The question was what inspired me. And
I went from your fashion sense to just the way you rap. And what makes you?
As far as like what inspired me, I guess it just really like when I was a kid, like the stuff I used to want or like to look at, and then it's like a lot of different things. It's more so everything I see, from what my group bring around me to what I see on TV or Twitter or something. I just see something I want, and if I put it into my style, my style or whatever, I really just make it work. like that. Just see it, plug it in.
Okay, I see you. Y'all want to shout out y'all social media real quick?
Yeah.
Everything RJ2Flee, Snapchat, Big Dog, 6Gs. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on there for a good time. I ain't DJ Khaled or nobody, but you know, follow me on there for a good time, man. I'm gonna show you the life.
Follow me, Chubbzz, 2 B's, 2 Z's. That's my Instagram. Add an underscore for my Twitter. And on Snapchat, it's Chubbzz with 2 U's, 2 B's, and 2 Z's. So
remember that one, 2 U's, 2 B's, 2 Z's.
That ain't how my name really spelled out.
For real.
Okay, so let's talk about Splash Bros. So tell me the story behind it. First of all, let's talk about this name. What is Splash Bros? Where did this come from? I need to know the story behind this.
Well, first thing first, you might have noticed in the studio, but we big basketball fans. We grew up playing basketball since we were shorties. It was one of the things we did the most growing up with each other as kids before we all did music together. So like most of our analogies come from basketball. Like
most of them.
Like 87%.
That's very accurate.
Like you could be you could be doing something good, like you get an aerial test, we'd be like, damn boy, you hooping. Like that, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just a common thing we all understand. So that's one of the reasons why we named the Splash Bros, because we got ahead and doing our thing, we bothered.
Yeah, and the other reason is because if you watch basketball, Steph and Clay, the Splash Bros, they going crazy. Like, they the best shooters all the time.
Best team in the game.
Best team in the game. The hottest niggas out right now. So
that's how we feel.
That's how we feel.
That's how we feel right now. You know, we vibing with the Warriors. You know, they vibing their game. We just feel like we on the same court. So we did. Like, we was inspired by them too. Just like we were Drake and Future. So you give them that support on them.
Okay. I like that. So how did you guys start making music together? Like, how did that come about?
Well,
how long have you been doing that?
Like I said, we would make it like seriously or just period? Like
period.
Yeah, period.
We've been rapping since
8, 9, something like that.
So wait, y'all grew up together? Y'all related?
This is my blood, man. This is my cousin.
Okay.
His dad, my uncle, my mama, his auntie, things like that.
Yeah.
We actually related.
Yeah, like real blood.
That's cool.
But yeah, he been rapping for a minute, but I took it serious last year. I had he was looking for somebody. He's supposed to get on this song, the 0 to 100 beat, that Drake beat. He's supposed to get on the song with somebody else, and then they had bailed out. So I guess he had hit my mind. He was like, "Are you serious about doing this music?" So I'm like, "Yeah, like I'll do it." Took the next train home, got in the studio,
and then just started from there.
It started from there.
The first collab we did together. For me, like I said, I've been on and off like rapping, but I ain't take it serious till like I want to say 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And then I just started taking everything serious from being in the studio, like having everything scheduled and having everything booked or whatever, and just trying to get everybody on the same wave. And now we doing this.
Okay. So how many songs have you on Splash Bros?
8.
Yeah, 8.
8
strong songs.
Yeah, I got to listen to the tape, y'all. It's coming along.
I'm pretty sure your favorite song will be on
It gotta be. If you just give it a real listen, just listen 1 through 8, and then you tell me that you don't like my music.
Tell me.
I can't be mad at you. I can't be mad at you. I promise I won't be mad at you. Just give it a listen. Give me honest listen.
Okay, so how long did it take y'all to make a mixtape? I've never made a mixtape before, so how long does it take to make it?
Well, never was a time to be alive, okay, bro.
It was damn near the day after that.
Yeah.
It was like, we can do this. Like, we can do this. Like, I'm not saying we Drake and Future. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we can make great music. And then we can make great music.
Together, yeah, definitely. We can make it together, solo, whatever. And you know, like I said, when we heard it, we were just inspired by it, and we just put it together. Just like that, it went, I don't know what it's like a month or something.
Down to 2. Because we got to come back a couple times.
Yeah, probably like 2 months. And you know, we ain't sit on it for too long. We wanted the music to be fresh, everything to be fresh, so everybody could, feel related to it, like the stuff we talk about.
Okay, something you do every time, or you do it different? Like, what gets you in your zone?
When I'm writing?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes there's different ways I could write. Sometimes I might just make the whole song in like 10 minutes. Sometimes I might, you know, just jot down little stuff while I'm driving. I'm like, oh, okay, that'll flow right, or whatever. And while I'm in the library or something, like it comes random sometimes. Sometimes I could channel it, but you know. And then when I get in the studio, it's just, you know, my engineer DC that I've been working with him for 2 years. So me and him, we on the same wave in the studio. We go over the stuff before. So I mean, it ain't as complicated as people think, because we got so many reps at it. It's really just making the music, going to the studio, putting it down, just like that. It ain't that hard.
Okay. So what were some of the biggest obstacles you guys had to overcome throughout this whole process?
I mean, for me, it was everything. It was a time schedule that we tried to keep. We were supposed to do a show last week, but we had to back out of it because it was so much stuff that had to happen for this mixtape to drop on time. And if we would have probably did that, this would have been pushed back. And you know what I'm saying?
We couldn't push this back.
This couldn't be pushed back.
And when does Splash Bros dropping again?
New Year's Eve.
Okay, so you bring us in the New Year, right?
Got to. We had to.
Okay, so I know y'all be watching DJ Khaled snaps. I watch his snaps all the time. So you know about his keys to success. So I need 3 keys to success from both of y'all.
My 3 keys. I got this from church, my pastor. So man, Pastor Pitts. Increase, blessings, and favor. Those words. See, at first they didn't really mean nothing to me, but as time went on, you just increase, blessings, and favor, and everything gonna be alright. Whenever I say it, it's just everything coming to fruition. It's crazy.
My 3 of my keys is 1, you gotta stay focused on what you're doing. 2, stay the course. Something I learned. You just gotta stay on the plan. On top of staying focused on what you're doing, if you got a plan, you gotta stay with it. Because if you break the plan, then you don't even know what you're doing. I mean, now you just freestyling. So you gotta stay the course, and you gotta keep your confidence high, including if you want to do something great, like you want to be the best or whatever. You gotta have high confidence to achieve those things. So I'll say keep your confidence high.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so I ain't asked y'all this earlier, but I wanted to. If you had any amount of money and could work with any producer you wanted to, who would you want? Like who would you want to produce a song for you?
Produce or artist or
both. It don't matter. It's up to you. You can choose. I mean, obviously do a combination. Who would you want to produce and who would you want to be on the song with you?
I'll say The Weeknd and Kanye West.
Oh, I like that because I love it. I like that.
Okay. Can't match that. I don't know. The Weeknd, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
And we talk about producers. I go with 40, and then if I'm gonna be in the studio with anybody, any artist, I'll be in the studio with Drake. It'll be whatever. Be Drake with 40.
Yeah, you're right.
It's gonna be
classic.
Okay. So Splash Bros is dropping New Year's Eve. So be sure to follow. Okay. Be sure to follow RJ and Chubbzz on all their social media so you can stay in tune with when the links dropping. Follow me on Twitter @_PrettyRiot, and I am Pretty Riot on Instagram. And
Gang.
I thought I was gonna say something else.
What else was it?
Splash Bros.
Splash Bros coming soon. New Year's Eve, man. 2Flee.
Everybody get out and listen, man, for real.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you watching. See you next time.
Young nigga want it up. Yeah. Young nigga want it